Welcome back. This is still the Polity. Right now, we're heading into the conversation of updates on the PDP campaign and some happenings within the party. Let's go straight to the issue now. I've been joined by Mr. Mubarak Mijiniawa. He's a former Speaker, Nigerian Youth Parliament. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Amadi.
All right, we just have a few minutes left, so let's just quickly run through it now. What can you say about these allegations by one aide, former aide allegedly of your candidate, Mr. Michael Achimugu, where he says that between 1999 and 2007, that your candidate used special purpose vehicles to siphon funds, and the reaction by your party saying it's not worth replying and so on. What's really going on?
There are always issues of allegations against my candidate. I mean, there have been issues of allegations, corruption allegations against my candidate. But the fact remains that all sources are suspects until proved otherwise. You can allege that someone has done something. That's something else, and bringing him or making him to accept your allegations is another thing, and that's something that requires a whole lot of process. One man will not just wake up one day and decide that he comes out to blackmail the candidate of the People's Democratic Party because of some concocted audio he's bringing to the media. You know, in the first place, social media is not even, social media does not even decide who is culpable and who is not. There is a process for all of that. And if my candidate is found culpable, at least the people, the parties responsible for him, for that, are there, and the government or the investigating agencies are there to do their job. For example, the EFCC, the ICPC, the police, they are all there. So if APC is to come and say that my candidate should be arrested, I think that is very funny to me, because someone as profiled as Festus Keyamo, with all due respect, should have known the judicial processes of arresting someone and prosecuting him before even coming to the media and requests the agencies or the agencies responsible to arrest my candidate. So I don't think this holds any water. As far as I'm concerned, there's no any basis for this. Anyone can, bring in words said by another person, put them together and in an audio file or a video file, and play them and accuse that person of saying something which has not been said by them. So I feel this is just an attempt to diminish the image of my candidate, and it will fail eventually, and Nigerians will come to know the truth that this is just a mere blackmail.
All right, but the APC PCC is saying now that, from your response, it seems as though the points of view of the PDP is that it's not worth responding to. But the PCC is saying now that these means of perhaps avoiding or deflecting from the matter is an admission of guilt. And it takes me to something else, which it's caused an argument, that is ongoing now, which is about the PDP not doing enough as opposition. Now we have the APC; they are the ones in power right now. But we've seen them hold press conferences on this, as they call it now, Atikugate. They've had press conferences. They've gone to do interviews. They've done programs, and all trying to bring attention, saying that your candidate is not fit, your candidate is corrupt, and so on. And people say this is the kind of opposition we want the PDP to present, but they're not doing it. In terms of, we had on the flip side with the APC candidate, he had this drug allegations surrounding him, and as people say, there were no press releases or press briefing by the PDP. They just, sit back. So what is it about this nature for the PDP to just let things happen? Don't they think that it might be sending the wrong message to people?
Well, people will always think what they want to think, but the fact remains that PDP is a very well organized party. We have a very presentable candidate, in fact the most presentable candidate as far as the race is concerned. So our concern is not to bring to Nigerians the faults of other candidates, but our concern, our major priority is to sell our candidate to the people of this country, and to convince the people of this country that our candidate is the best candidate so far. So as regards what you said about Tinubu's drug issue and all that, I think, as I said, it's not a priority to us, because we feel that if we are to go to the race as clean as anyone appears to be, we are very much confident that we'll clinch the office, inshallah.
All right, let's quickly talk about the G5 governors and campaign updates. How do you see that situation turning out? Some persons are saying that perhaps at the last lap, the G5 might end up returning to the fold. We saw the other day, Governor Wike was asked about, because he made a pronouncement that by January his candidate will be announced, and when he was reminded, he said people are in a hurry and they should calm down. So what's really happening there? Do you actually see an opportunity of them coming back, or have you gone past that stage and it's just about delivering even without those persons?
The party has always remained open for them to come and work together with the party. The door is still open for them to come in to work with the party, because the stand of the party has already been made very clear that their demands cannot be met right now, because anyone who wishes the party well will not come and request that the party should let's say dissolve their cabinet, because changing the chairman of the party, the national chairman of the party, means dissolving the entire structure, because you have to restructure everything. And this is a very risky attempt. I mean, any party that is serious about winning an election should not start restructuring its this thing at this moment, when it is just 30 days to the elections. So I think the G5 are just sending empty bluffs, and they are not going anywhere. They are not holding any water. And I am very much confident that with or without them, inshallah, Atiku Abubakar is the next president of Nigeria.
All right, finally, very quickly, this is something that happened very recently. I don't know if you've heard about it, but at a recent outing, your candidate was, quoted as saying that only those who win their polling units for the PDP will get contracts or appointments. I don't know if you've heard about this. What do you make of that statement? People are finding it, wrong, and saying that this shouldn't be criteria for any sort of appointments or contracts, and we even have the APC have already replied, which is what we're saying about opposition and all that, saying that painting the picture that a tiger cannot change his stripes, or a cheetah cannot change his spots, and that this is who your candidate is, someone who just does political favors with governments, property and government offices. So what do you make of this statement? Is it the right message to be passing at this time?
Well, people have different understanding when they hear other people talk. If you look at this statement made by my candidate, you would notice that he's trying to make it very clear to the people of Nigeria that PDP has very competent hands in it. I mean, the members of the People Democratic Party are very much competent, to the extent that even when making appointments, people will again be considered, despite being considered according to their competence and their, meeting of the criteria, they will still be considered. It's another thing to consider whether you have given the party support. And it is known, it is a very known this thing, that no party appoints a member of the opposition if they get to the office. They all look around their own political party and see people that are fit, people that are competent, people that can deliver, and appoint them in political offices. And
what about those that didn't win their polling units and they are competent?
Yes, that is what I'm telling you. We are very much confident that we have a lot that are very much competent, and we put another criteria that you have to win your polling unit, that you have to make sure that you convince the people of your polling unit to vote for our candidate before you are being appointed as a political office holder in the government.
Well, all right. We will see how people respond to that explanation. But thank you very much for coming and for breaking some of these things down. We look forward to more campaign updates. I hear your candidate has just been in Oyo State, one of the G5 states. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much for coming once again.
It's a pleasure, Ahmad.
Right.
Thank you.
That's what we can take and how we round off the polity today. I'll leave you now with a snippet of the speeches or the engagement by the INEC chairman at Chatham House, and also of the NNPP presidential candidate, Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwo. So I will leave you with those statements, and see you tomorrow when the polity continues and when the polity returns. Bye for now. I am Ahmad Nobel.